Hello, hello. Welcome to the Mother Days podcast. I'm Teresa Palmer.
And I'm Sarah Wright Olsen. Hi, Daisies. You
Hi,
have us
Daisies.
here for another solo.
Solo app. Whoop, whoop. Although, wait, you are the scheduler. When is this coming out, the solo app?
Really good question. It will be
End of September, right?
It'll be in 2 weeks. No, it'll be so not next week, but then the week after, I think.
Oh my gosh.
Maybe?
So when this is coming out, I could be in the middle of labor.
You could be in labor. And I'm thinking I think that you probably will be. And
I know. Well, let's see. I might pull a Sarah Olsen and I might be 41 and something. So,
oh God.
All my friends have gone over recent. Like everyone I know who's pregnant is like 41 and 4, 41 and 5, 42 weeks, you know?
It's not easy, I gotta say.
Yeah. And I was talking to our friend Diora this morning. And I think she went over 42 weeks and she was like, that was insane.
I don't know how she did that. I would have been like, I had in my mind that like, okay, I'm going to start a little bit of like, it's getting this ball rolling on that 42-week mark. Exactly.
Yeah.
I just like, there was no chance I was going to go any further than that. Oh my God, she's yawned 3 times. Can you see?
Oh, she's so, look, she's trying to put herself to sleep. She's like, she's like resting on her cheeks. Like,
well, she
like,
was
it's my
fully
pillow.
asleep. And I got your text like, hey, you want to record now? And I just like ran in here with her.
Oh my God. Like, oh my gosh. And she's like, I'm awake now, I guess. She'll probably fall asleep.
Well, I want to hear just like how you're prepping for everything and like how you're feeling and all of that stuff.
Yeah, I'm feeling really good. My body feels really good. I have to say, for anyone with low iron, that iron infusion saved my butt.
Did it really?
Oh my God.
Because I didn't do it before.
Sarah, I feel like a new woman.
Whoa.
My iron was so low, and then I went and had this infusion, and I started feeling the effects, I'd say 5 days post-infusion. I was like,
okay, I was going to ask you that. How many days after did you start feeling good? Okay.
I really tried to track it so that I can share it with people. It was 5 days post-infusion, and then it's only just gotten more and more, and I'm like, wee! But do you know what's so funny? My blood test results came back. I probably got my blood tested maybe 6 days ago.
Okay.
And my ferritin levels are like 322. Like I jumped from, my ferritin was so low. I'm now 300, like so high. Because what happens is the ferritin is, I think that's how it's processed.
Yeah.
So it's kind of stored there and then it comes down as like the hemoglobin. So because I threw this all into ChatGPT and I was like, what does this mean? Now it says I've got elevated.
You're like off the chart.
I have elevated ferritin. And I was like, oh my God, what does this mean? Like, did I get too much? And then it was like, ChatGPT all perfectly laid it out for me and was like, no, this makes perfect sense. After an infusion, it gets stored here. And then the body pulls them as, that's the store. So it pulls on it when it needs it. So your hemoglobin will be going up, which it already has gone up. It's now the bottom end of the normal bracket. And it will keep pulling on the ferritin, which is why I'm feeling better and better. So I'm so glad I did it because I did not do it last pregnancy and I did have low iron and I just keep going back. I mean, labor's tiring in general. But that just felt so tiring, that 4th labor, although now I feel like I do not even have a leg to stand on after what you went through with your 4th labor. I am not complaining about that experience, but it was tiring.
That's not true.
I definitely was tired. And now I'm like, I've got energy. When I was 37 plus 5, I decided just to go my very OCD type A vibe. and set up the entire birth room. So right now, we are living with a blow-up pool in our lounge room with a tarp under it. I've even got the black towels next to the pool, like ready on the floor, which of course have been like crumpled up because people were walking through the space. Like I'm still not like about to birth, but I've set everything up. And then I have this table next to the birth space with, I have about 10 black towels, 10 black face washes. I have 2 spare tarps. I have all my waterproof sheets and black, like generic black sheets that I bought to put over the couch so that usually for my placenta, I get out of the pool just so they can monitor blood loss.
Yeah.
And then I birth my placenta out of the pool. I have my little bucket to catch the placenta. I have a warming bed for the baby with a blanket and like hot water bottle. And I've put everything. I've even put the little name plaque out. I have a box which is labeled snacks for birth team, and I've got all the snacks put in there so that the kids won't touch them. I have my big adult diapers, puppy pee pads, and then I have all the little fairy lights strung up already. My battery operated candles. I've got my diffuser going. I have my essential oils. And then I have the ice machine that I've put really close, and my back massager and labor comb.
The ice machine.
Everything is laid out. My midwife Libby came over the other day and she was like, oh my, she's like, never have I ever seen this before.
Yeah,
she was like,
I'm sure.
She's like, this is not a Northern Rivers thing. Like all the Northern Rivers birth, like home birthers are like such hippies where they're like, whatever, I'm in labor, I'll just grab what I need. I am like so type A with everything already planned. Put out.
I just remember the like giant poster board of like what you can do to help me and what I don't want you to do, and affirmations like this is how I'm gonna feel. And I remember walking into the birth and I was like reading it all and like, okay, gotta make
positions that could help me.
Yeah,
like going down the lists. But I know I didn't do that this time. But we have been watching so many birth videos, and actually it's Prairie who is the most interested in birth videos. So she comes into my bed, by the way, has a little suck on the boob in the morning.
It's 222, by the way. It's 222.
It is. 222. Oh, it is. On my computer, I'm still on LA time and it says 222.
Get out.
Crazy. Yeah.
Okay. 222.
It never like switched to Australian time.
That's amazing.
But yeah, Prairie has been coming in and has just added a sneaky little 10 seconds in the morning on the boob. And I was like, girlfriend, we've just turned 4.
Yeah.
This is the end. We're like ending this breastfeeding relationship. But she's just like had a little sneaky, and I think it's because my colostrum's coming in, and I had really bad nipple aversion through pregnancy, but I was like, do you know what? She's only doing it for like 1 minute before bed.
Yeah.
If I can just push through till the baby's here and then have her transition off like a few weeks after the baby comes, who knows if that's going to happen because now I'm going to have all this milk.
Are you still having the aversion to it with her doing it now?
It changed about 4 weeks ago. And I think it's because there's now like a flow, like there's something at least coming out.
Yeah.
But she comes in, she has her little 10 seconds on each side and then is like, can we watch birth videos? So this is what we do in the morning is she's in the bed, Poet will come in as well. And we watch birth videos.
Wow.
I know.
That is so okay. I'm obsessed. You guys take freaking notes on this whole home birth setup because this is amazing.
I'll post it. I'll post it next week.
I did pictures or video.
I filmed it.
Like, okay, good.
I walked everyone through. I've got my chucks pads. I've got my wipes. I've just got everything all laid out. I've got 2 baby blankets this time because last time Prairie got cold, not cold, but she couldn't maintain
to warm her up. Yeah.
Yeah, she couldn't maintain her temperature.
Yeah.
She was only a degree lower than what they like to see. But when I look back at videos, I had the blanket I had her wrapped in, I had a thin muslin blanket, and then I had this other knitted blanket, but I had big holes in it.
Yeah.
Like it was like spaced out the way it was like crocheted or whatever. So this time around, I've picked 2 of the warmest blankets that I have.
Yeah.
And then also my midwife was like, you know, babies lose temperature through their feet.
Yeah.
And through their head. So you often will see in a hospital setting, someone will come and put a hat on the baby, or they'll put socks on the baby. And so I have a little knitted beanie and little knitted booties just to put on. I can still keep baby naked with like a little nappy or whatever. And then I've got these big blankets. So I'm hoping to avoid that this time. And yeah, I'm feeling really good. We had sort of a dramatic week. Lots of stuff going on. Ups and downs, peaks and valleys, you know.
We all have them.
Yeah. And you know, I got in like sort of a really shitty mood with my husband the other day, and I was just like, you know, when you're pregnant and every little thing feels really big. I had some very big feelings the other day, and cried, and then actually I've come out like this morning. I felt really exhausted last night going to bed. I was like, I had a really bad night of pregsomnia the other night where I had maybe 2 or 3 hours of sleep, running through things in my head, future tripping, like, and then I just got back to being present. I got back to connecting with baby. And when I get stressed out, or if I am feeling like emotional about something, I do notice being like in these later stages of pregnancy that I'll start to get pretty consistent contractions, but not, I wouldn't even go as far as saying they're prodromal. I would say they're more like intense Braxton Hicks contractions.
Oh, yeah.
So like 2 nights ago, I had them for about 2.5 hours, like pretty consistently. And then I was like, all right, I'm still on my feet. I'm still cleaning. I'm still, you know, I get really OCD about having a clean house, especially when a home birth is happening. So I took myself to bed, and I just checked in with this baby, and I was like, hello, I know it's been a big day. I know there's been so much going on, and I've been walking back and forth and doing things, and I've had sick kids. I've had fevering children. There's been a lot going on. And I was like, but let's slow this down because it's not time to come yet. Like, mummy could definitely have at least another week before it's time to come. So I personally feel like, look, if I went into labor now, like in my 38th week, it'd be fine because everything's set up. But
yeah,
I am sort of having the opposite experience to what a lot of people have when they're this far along. I'm not really counting down the days. I'm like, I can't wait for baby to be here. But at the same time, there's that part of me that's like, what if this is my last pregnancy? Like, I am just getting so present with the movements and the baby and just checking in and really, really trying to celebrate these exciting last few weeks. They're always my favorite, the anticipation.
Yeah.
And I could do with more time. Like, I'm happy to have more time. I feel like I've just finished everything and taken a breath. But I actually would love another couple of weeks of, you know, something. Last night I was like, what do I need? What do I need right now? Like, if I can tap into self-need, what is it? And I was like, I know. I want to go and float in a tank.
Yeah.
One of those self-deprivation like float tanks in total darkness with the music, and I want to go do that. And so I texted Mark last night. I was like, I'm doing that next week. And then I booked myself a pregnancy massage. I was like, I'm doing that too. And I'm still saying yes to a lot of sort of social things. And I decided, like, I think I want to stay closer to home. I feel like you did this too in your last kind of
I did.
last few weeks. I just want to stay a bit closer to home. There's a lot of like energy output when even having lunch. I had a great lunch with girlfriends yesterday, but I was like really tired afterwards. And I realized, like, oh yeah, it's like you're sharing stories, you're talking, there's animation, you're like, running around, you're connecting in with people, and that's great. But also it felt so good getting home last night. I checked in with my body. I was pretty tired, and I just watched a couple of documentaries in bed, and Mark made me dinner in bed, and I just like stayed in bed, and that felt really good.
Yeah, that's really nice. I mean, that's the last few weeks, like, I think, depending on how long you go, but the last couple of weeks, at least for me, are really special because there's so much unknown, and I think that you're going to be in a little bit of a battle in your head of like, oh, when is this going to happen? Or you're going to be like, I'm just going to surrender, and I'm going to try to like approach every day as like, okay, it really could happen today, but I'm just going to go through my day and I'm going to keep things slow. And I liked it being slow. I didn't want to go drive far. Wyatt had a couple of water polo tournaments, and I was like worried about driving there. It was like an hour and a half, 2 hours away in the heat. I was like, I think I'm just going to stay closer to home. There were like little things here and there that I just decided to opt out of and keep it small and keep it close. And there was even like adventures Eric was going to go on. He was like, oh, maybe I shouldn't do this. And then of course, like the day that I went into labor was the day I was like, go drive 2 hours, go look at that RV, like it's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's so smart. And it's, I think it's like a way in which we take care of ourselves towards the end. I think that is like a really wonderful way that we like show up for ourselves, where we're like, oh, this is something I really need right now.
Yes.
And I know what's coming ahead. I know what's in front of me. A lot of work, a lot of loss of sleep, a lot of like being up when I'm in, feeling all the aftermath in my body. Like now's the time for me to like be small, slow, like gentle, kind to myself, nurture, nourish, I think that's so important.
You and I recorded our episode with Polly. And Polly was like, said something like, oh, I just feel like these opportunities are going to come your way and you think it's really slow. And I was like, yeah, I really want slow for myself. But at the same time, in the midst of me having a really hard day the other day, and Mark had like quite an emotional dip out that day. And I was just like feeling it. I was like, oh my God, this day feels so hard.
Yeah.
And I couldn't even think about being pregnant, I was trying to show up and support everyone and I was just, and I was like, oh my God, I need to check in with myself. But in the middle of that day, I get an email out of the blue from my agent being like, hey, we've secured this deal for you and they want to shoot 1 week after your due date. How do you feel about that? You'd have to fly to Sydney. It's a full-day shoot.
Okay.
But the opportunity is so next level for where we're at right now and like building our house and all the different things that I was like, I'm going to say yes to this. I'm going to hope that this shoot pushes, but I'm going to say yes to this and I'm going to see where we're at. And I'll let you know if I've had the baby by then. And then yesterday, and I was just like, okay, universe, like way to throw.
Do you need to have had the baby?
Yeah.
For the shoot, you had the baby.
No, the baby's not in the shoot, but they're assuming I've had the baby at this point. They know how pregnant I am. The shoot initially was September 17th.
Oh my God.
My due date is September 12th. 5 days. 5 days
Get
after my due date. And I was like,
out.
"Oh my God, I could be in labor that day." Like,
Yeah, you never know.
and then so yesterday I was like, "All right, I think I need to just say to them I don't want this opportunity to go away, but is there any chance we could push it 1 week? Just 1 week. I don't want to like
Yeah.
start getting crazy here and lose this opportunity because it's such like a gift from the universe. It's just the timing is like, are you fucking kidding me?"
Yeah, of course. Always.
And before I even sent that, I just put it out to the universe like, oh, she sent me an email last night being like, "Hey, so the shoot's pushed to the 22nd of September." And I
Stop.
was like,
Oh my
"Oh
gosh.
my God."
That is so amazing.
I
I mean,
know.
I believe the baby's gonna come before then, like,
I would
by a
assume
good
so.
amount, and then I feel like by then
I might be 4 days postpartum. I might be
I
5 days.
know,
I
I
don't know.
know. Mm.
But the good thing is it's only one night.
Yeah.
The flight's 20 minutes
Oh, great.
from where I
Easy.
am. So it's a very
Easy.
quick flight.
Easy,
Actually, that's not
easy.
true. It's like a 40-minute flight. But anyway, and then they'll put us up in a hotel that night. I'll do the shoot that day. It's quite easy. It's promoting this thing. And then I'll fly straight back and I was actually thinking because it's Bodhi's school holidays. I was actually thinking of bringing Bodhi and having Mark hold it down with the other kids here. And my mum and my uncle Peter will be here as well. And I was like, Mark can hold down the fort here with the other kids.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll take little B-Man with me because I know that I'll just be having my newborn on set with me, like right there.
Yeah.
So there's nothing he would love more than just like snuggling that tiny fresh baby. And they sleep so much.
Yes.
And then I'll just breastfeed and just let them know, like, guys, I had a baby a week ago. So I will be breastfeeding it off to the side. And maybe it's Bodhi that I bring. So I haven't.
Oh, I love that. I would
I know.
I would say that Bodhi and Wright are so similar.
Yeah.
And had it been, if I were in that situation and I had brought Wyatt or Esme, either one of them would have been so great at it. Like just like, because at that stage they're so sleepy, they just need to be milk drunk,
Boob.
and then they
Burp.
sleep on if they're like this on someone, they'll just sleep and sleep and sleep.
Well, I was thinking of just bringing my Artipop carrier.
Yeah.
I don't need anything else. Like literally my carrier. I'll bring my little baby bag. We'll bring a sleepover bag. And then I'll bring Bodhi and I can just strap the baby onto him and he can walk around with the baby or whatever. And then I'll breastfeed. And it could be such a sweet little thing.
I love it. I love that idea. I think that would be amazing. And is it a shoot where they're going to take pictures or is it film?
No, it's film.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, like, if they're taking photos, you should have them there's this amazing photographer named Damien who was taking pictures of me for Elle magazine when I did the Tom Cruise movie, and Esme was a baby. And then as I was doing the shoot, he was like, "Do you want a picture with your baby?" And I was like, "Oh my God, yeah.
I do.
I do want one." And so I had this amazing photographer who took a picture of me and Esme. I just took her shirt off, so she was like in a diaper. And it was hanging in my house forever and ever and ever. I know
this photo.
Yes. Okay, it's so sweet. She looks very skeptical about the photo, the world, but it's so her.
It's black and white. Is it the black and white one?
And it's so special. It's so her. And our house, you guys know I lost my house, but when the house burned down, I wrote this photographer who I hadn't seen in years, and I wrote him on Instagram, and I was like, oh my God. I was like, it really hit me the other day that I lost this photo that was so precious because he had sent it to me. And I was like, any chance you have an archive of this photo? Because it wasn't like an iPhone situation. You know what I mean? Like, yes, we had iPhones, but it wasn't like something he had texted me. He sent it to me in the mail, And he printed me another one, just sent
He
it to
did
me.
not.
He did.
Oh
Yes. I'll
my
have to
gosh,
like put it up
Sarah.
for you guys because it is so special. I cried when I saw it. I
It
was
is
like,
the best photo. I'm looking at it in my mind right now. It's so cute.
so good. Anyway,
Oh.
so like you should have someone take a picture of you guys, you and Bodhi, your oldest and your youngest,
Oh my gosh,
there
I
on the set. So you can always remember like doing that 2 weeks after she was born.
I know.
She,
Well, you
I
just said
would see
she.
again.
Wow,
Is that
how
because I
weird is
had
that?
a girl? Is that
Maybe.
why? Okay.
But
It
why
probably is.
everyone's now shifting over to she for me? And I was like, wait, I'm right at the end. I thought it was a boy.
I know. I can't stop doing it. I
And
can't.
one of my other
But
best friends is like, it's a girl. I was like, what?
it
It's
might
a
just
boy.
be. It might just be because I just had a girl. Like Eric had a
Yes.
girl dog growing up, and he calls every dog a girl. Like he's like,
That's right. Everything's a girl.
oh, she's this or that, or and I'm like, is that just because you got so used to a girl dog? Anyway,
It's so hard not to look into when my kids are
I
like,
know.
hello, baby brother. Hello. And I was like, do you know something like from the other side? Are you connecting through the universe and you just know?
Well,
or
Winter was right though. Like,
yeah,
she's the only one who said it was a girl.
We were all like, Ocean's a boy.
I know. And she was like, she was also, when I had the results, I was like, one person, I was like, somebody did get it right. Let's go around the room and see what everybody said. And I like went around to every person in the family, including Sonia. And Winter was like, girl, still, it's a girl. Sorry, guys, it's a girl. I know it is.
Wow.
And I was like, and with, a 4-year-old, you would think like, if everybody else is saying boy, you might be like, oh, sure, yeah, it's a boy.
Yeah,
she
it's
was
a boy.
definitive. Like, sorry for you guys, it's a girl.
It's a girl. Wow.
And I was like,
so
well,
funny.
Renter was right. And then she goes, yeah, I know.
She's our little witchy Winter.
She was, I know, that was so crazy.
That's crazy. Yeah. Prairie thinks it's a girl too.
Oh, I wanted to tell you that I have been trying so hard to get Ocean to take a bottle. She had a tongue tie and a lip tie.
Yeah.
And we did the release, of those. And then the doctor was like, okay, now you can try to give her a bottle, right? She's so funny about the passy. Like, I wish I could like really show it to you, but like, let's say that this is this is going to be embarrassing. If you guys are watching on YouTube, let's say this is the passy, right? And I put the passy up to her mouth. She's like, blah, 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 blah. Like wants nothing to do with it. Tongue is all over it. Like just not.
She's like, what is that?
Not into it.
Is there food on that?
So I spent so long with this bottle situation, like sitting there with her, holding it up to her mouth, touching her chin, putting it on her tongue, putting it on the roof of her mouth. So many different bottles. We tried a few different ones. And then my friend, Beate, she told me that she used this one bottle. It was the only one for her child that worked. And she was like, try it. And so I ordered one and it came and I sat with her for a little bit. It probably took me like 8 minutes, which is a long time of sitting there sort of like holding it in different positions and whatever. But I started to notice like, oh, I think this might work. Like she would like start to suck and then like put it out and then start to suck and then put it out. And I was like,
she was getting a bit of milk and like, oh, okay, if I do this, I'm
she
getting.
just like, it was finally one that wasn't making her immediately like push it out. And then finally she like really latched onto it and started drinking. And I was like, oh my God. And I was like videoing it happen. Because I was like, look, at some point here, I know I'm going to be needing to go to work. Like
that's right.
And
you might have an overnight shoot, which is when Mark used the bottle.
Exactly. I need like a 3-hour break or like something, So like right now she's on demand. So whatever. But like I need to at least try to give it to her once a day, every day, at least a little bit, right? She finally did it. So then the next time I was like, oh, it's going to be so easy. She's going to pop right back on. She didn't. It takes like 8 minutes of me like doing the same thing. And then she like
she'll do it
and then starts doing it. Yep. And then Sonia did it with her the other day. Same thing. Like it takes a little while and then when she gets kind of sleepy, then she like latches onto it and she's fine.
Wow.
So,
But now
yeah.
you've done it. Well done. Because
Now
whether
I've
it's
done it.
Sonia or Eric,
Yes.
and let's say you're shooting something,
Yeah.
now at least they know we're good here.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
she's going to have her milk. Because, I was shooting a Discovery of Witches so like close to after I had a baby. So soon, postpartum. That's a better way of saying that. And my babies had to have the bottle for when they were sleeping.
Yes.
I couldn't be right there to put the boob in the mouth at nighttime.
Right.
And so, Mark got really good at that. And he would do it and when they were in their magic Merlin sleep suits. Like, do you remember those like Michelin, they look like little Michelin men and women? It's so cute. I just
so
found
funny.
them.
Oh
I've
my
just
God.
like laid them up. I'm like,
are you going to do that again?
The magic Merlins? Yeah, I reckon I will, but I usually start at the 4-month sleep regression. That's when I start with them.
Yeah. Okay.
And they've worked wonders for us. Like ours will sleep so long in those things. But it's funny. I've got babies that all love being swaddled, and we're actually interviewing one of the team members at Happiest Baby.
Oh, yeah.
And we're going to talk about swaddling babies and like why babies enjoy that and why babies don't like it. And your babies don't like to be swaddled. Mine do. It's so funny. They're all so different.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to discuss that because like mine are so big that it's not like I feel like they've been ready to bust out of the womb, so they're just like, boom, we're here.
I wonder if that's got something to do with it.
I don't know. I mean, I think because they're big, they just bust out and then but you know what? Like with her, at least, like swaddling her wouldn't have even worked because I'm really co-sleeping so much with her that she's kind of just in her onesie and she's like sprawled out on the bed next to me.
Yeah.
And
she likes her hand by the face, doesn't she?
Likes her hand by the face, and she sucks on her hands. She like licks them and sucks on her hands and like sucks on her fingers. Even that's not like one consistent, efficient thing. She's like,
oh my God, it's so
it's
cute.
like, it cracks me up.
She loves that hand. So. That's why she came out like Superman.
I know. Guys, I have to go to school pickup, so I'm going to leave Teresa all by herself right now.
Oh my God. I promise no more M&M stories. That's what happened last time you left. I started talking about M&M again. I was like, why do I keep doing this?
The best is when I listened to that episode back and I was dying. I was like, how did I miss this moment? It's so funny. I feel like I went away and you were like, okay, guys, I got to tell you something crazy. And I was just like, oh my God.
I think I got stage fright. I was like, what can I talk about?
No, you're so good. Okay, I'm going to school pickup. Okay, I love you, Daisy. I love you, Tez. I'll see you later.
Love you, girl. Hi, you guys. Now I don't know what to talk about. That's so funny. Okay, I'll talk a little bit more like I'm doing a vlog. Yeah. So something that I have been experiencing a lot of in the last, I would say 3 weeks is really debilitating reflux, which I've never had in pregnancy before. It is so foul. It is the worst feeling to do like vomit burps at nighttime. And it's only at nighttime. That's the weird thing. I'm fine during the day, but my appetite has been going sort of bananas bonkers. I need to be eating consistently, but it's actually making the reflux worse. So yesterday I was like, okay, maybe I need to do smaller meals more frequently because what I was doing was having a massive breakfast, a massive lunch, a massive dinner, and then I was having snacks in between everything and then going to bed and being like, bleh, bleh. I feel so gross. So then yesterday I was like, okay, limit yourself. I get really excited around food time. I was like, limit yourself to smaller portions and see if it makes difference. And actually, it really made a difference. And I could not believe that I have not attempted to do this. And then also I was talking to my girlfriend about it. I was like, oh my God, reflux is so disgusting. It's so gross. Like, blah, blah. And she was like, well, have you taken anything for it? And I was like, oh, I didn't even think to take anything for reflux. Like I just didn't even think. I was just like, this is a part of pregnancy. This is just something I have to soldier through and get through. So today I'm planning on going and getting some like reflux ease. I'm also going to keep up with my smaller meals and just like keep circling this place of I've started doing all the things like evening primrose oil up the vag where you stab it at nighttime and you put it as high up close to your cervix as you can. And that, you know, the idea behind that is that it's like softening the cervix and preparing the cervix and helping to efface you and thin things out. And so if anyone's listening and I actually really don't try to induce my labor. And I'm definitely not trying to do that this time. I really just want to go into spontaneous labor. But if you want to be prepping things, I would say I started at 37 weeks doing the evening primrose capsules up the vag and a red raspberry leaf tea. So I've been using the loose tea and like hot water, and then I just put an ice cube in there so it's not too hot so I can drink it quite quickly. And that's been my nighttime routine. And then I watch something in bed. So I've been watching a bunch of documentaries. I watched like Amy Bradley is Missing. That was a really good one. I then watched this other one on catfishing, like high school edition, which was so wild. It's on Netflix and it's unbelievable who the perpetrator is of the, like when you find out who's been sending this stuff, you're like, there's no way. It was unbelievable. Anyway, Mark and I watched that together. And yeah, I've just been sort of like going into more of a routine, which feels really good for me because my tendency is to jam pack my days with 1,000 things. And I'm such a yes person at the moment. Like, oh my God, yeah, that sounds good. I'll come to that barbecue. Oh my God, skate park opening. Fantastic. Like, what else should we do? Whee, let's go to the beach. You know, there's just so much that I'm constantly saying yes to that I am really encouraging myself to slow down. And Mark is holding at the house next week over 2 days. He's holding these acting workshops for kids for our kids' school because our kids' school, one of our kids' school has holidays at a different time to the other kids' school. And all the parents are always like, what do we do during the school holidays? Like, it doesn't line up with any activities. So Mark is offering this 2-day acting course at the house. And I was like lolling about the fact that it might be a group of kids at the house and I'm like off laboring in a bathroom somewhere. But I'll be 38 plus like 5 by the time he's doing that. So I think I should be fine. It doesn't feel like baby's coming anytime soon. I just booked my midwife, Julie. I've just booked her flight. So she's coming in when I'm 39 plus 3. So she lands September the 8th. And she's staying next door to my midwife here, Libby. Shout out to Libby and Julie if you're listening. And, you know, it's so sweet. They've like really connected and they've had like a really similar amount of time in the birth working world and as midwives. And they're both really revered, celebrated midwives. And so I feel really excited. I feel like I'm going to be so held. I have my friend Chrissy who's going to be at the birth. She is one of my closest friends and she's also very close with the kids. So her job is going to be with my children, making sure the kids are okay. And that might be, there's a whole spectrum of what does that look like. So if I go into labor in the middle of the day, it's going to be Chrissy's going to pick up kids from school and bring them back to the house. She's going to make sure they're fed, that they're if they're hungry, they're fed. If they're bored, she can put on a show for them. If they're feeling stressed out by what's happening, she can take care of them, nurture them, just show up for them emotionally and make sure that just gauging the feelings of everyone. Prairie has decided she wants to be in the birth pool, catching the baby, which is so funny because the older three are like, ooh, that's so gross. Mum's pooped in there. There's going to be blood in there. Prairie, why do you want to do it? She's like, I want to. And I think it's because we've been watching birth videos like in the morning, as I was saying, and she saw a couple of birth videos with the siblings in the actual water right there ready to catch. So Prairie, in her darling little 4-year-old way, is like, that's what I want to do. So she's like, I'm going to be in the water and I'm going to pull the baby out and I'm going to see if it's a penis or a fanny. Again, funny because fanny in America means butt. So hopefully they both have bums if it's a boy or a girl, but she's going to call out if it's a vagina or a penis. I wonder if you can even tell though, because I don't know if she's going to know the difference under there and be able to see it straight away. Also, she's probably going to think the umbilical cord's a penis. Anyway, hi, babe. Mark just brought me my oat chai. Oh, did you get the garlic Turkish bread?
Yeah. Do you want that now?
I'm about to wrap things up. I'm doing it solo right now. Sarah's gone to pick up the kids. I'm talking about the upcoming birth. Do you have anything to say about the upcoming birth?
I'm very excited.
He's very excited. Are you nervous?
I'm very nervous.
What are you nervous about?
I just want you to be okay, baby.
Oh, anyway, he just wants me to be okay, which I will be, but it's hardcore and it's, watching back all those birth videos. And I remember feeling in my 4th birth with Prairie, like in the height of it, like in transition, I remember thinking, I will never do this again. Like I really distinctly remember that. And even like the days after, I was like, that was so hard. I cannot believe how hard that was. I never want to do that again. And of course now I'm like, oh my God, this is a couple of weeks away. This is so nuts that this is going to be happening. You guys could be listening to this right now and I'm in the throes of labor. So wild, but really exciting. Who is this little person? Are you a boy? Are you a girl? I know your name. The name stays the same no matter what. But I just cannot wait to have this little angel here and see the kids with this baby. That's the thing I'm most excited about. It's going to be so fun. And I just keep telling myself, I can do anything. Like I can do anything for that period of time. I can get through anything. So it's not stronger than me. Those rushes are not stronger than me. I can do it. And I've done it so many times before. But here you have a 5th time mum still getting all those giddy, nervous feelings like, oh my gosh, what's in store for me? What's it going to be like? How hard is it going to be? So, that doesn't go away. I think you've experienced so many births, but those feelings are still the same. Like, is everything going to be okay? Is the baby going to be okay? Am I going to be okay? What if this happens? What if that happens? How strong is it going to be? How am I going to cope? Am I going to have back labor? All the questions that go on, they're so real and so valid, and they're just a part of the process and a part of embracing the unknown. So that's where I'm at. I'm starting my miles circuit, which is 90 minutes a day. I'm starting that after Mark finishes the course with the little kids here at the house. So that will start when I'm about 38 plus 6. So I'll start doing that, and I'll endeavor to do that every single day just to make sure that we can get baby in the best position possible to set me up for success in this birth. And I'm embracing whatever it looks like. I'm excited to come back and tell you how it goes. And if you're also pregnant, I hope you're feeling great. I'm sending love. It's such a momentous thing in life to go through. And it's deeply, I'm just, in deep gratitude for it. So that is it. You guys have been listening to the Mother Days podcast. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. Bye, daisies.